afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Wednesday, February 29th, 2016, and this is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I am Rebecca Hernandez, and here are today's top stories. In campus news, Tarleton's own Michael Harge advances to the Final Four of the Dark Horse Dunker Contest and needs votes to advance to the final round of the contest. Harge is facing Dwan Anderson from Wagner College, a Division I school in Staten Island, New York. If Harge wins the online voting competition, he will be invited to the final roster spot in the State Farm College Slam Dunk and a three-point contest live on SPN on March 31st. To vote, go to www.darkhorsedunker.com. In local news, voting starts tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. in the Democratic and Republican primaries in Erath County and around the state. Texan TV reporter Sydney Burns has more on this issue.
Thanks, Rebecca. I'm standing outside the Erath County Courthouse, which is just one of many locations where voters can come tomorrow and vote. Voting starts at 7 a.m. and will end at 7 p.m. Make sure that you have a valid photo ID to be eligible to vote. And also, Texan News Service will be here at the courthouse all day tomorrow, live blogging and to getting feedback from voters, so make sure to follow us for updates throughout the day. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Sydney. Like she said, there are numerous locations throughout Erath County, including the county courthouse, where voters can cast their ballots, and make sure to follow Texan News Service live blog all day tomorrow. And you can find it at www.texannews.net. Texas is just one of 12 states voting or holding caucuses in the Super Tuesday presidential primaries around the nation. For more on this, we turn to the video from the Associated Press.
From Georgia.
I am so happy to be in Atlanta.
To Texas.
Thank you very much. I love Texas.
The 2016 White House candidates have been crisscrossing the country, setting their sights on the biggest prize of the primary season.
And now it's on to Super Tuesday.
A dozen states will vote or caucus on March 1st, with about half of the delegates needed for a Republican nomination and a third for Democrats up for grabs. Strong performances by Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton could cement their status as frontrunners and bring them closer to clinching the nominations.
Almost a quarter of the country will be voting on Super Tuesday. It launches their way in terms of delegates, in terms of storyline, in terms of momentum.
It's a movement. It's really a movement.
After 3 straight victories and polls showing strong leads in many Super Tuesday states, Trump is becoming a force that may be hard to quell.
If he is not stopped on Super Tuesday, there are diminishing chances afterward for him to be slowed down on the way toward the Republican nomination.
But rivals Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz insist they're still in it to win it.
Texas has a history of standing and leading the fight.
Cruz's home state of Texas offers Tuesday's biggest delegate prize, a must-win for the conservative senator who's vying to be the sole alternative to Trump.
Texas is Ted Cruz's Alamo. He doesn't want it to be his Waterloo. If he doesn't win there, it becomes hard to say that he has a viable candidacy from that point on.
On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton heads into Super Tuesday with a big boost after scoring her second straight victory in South Carolina. Clinton won the last 2 states with the help of a large majority of black voters, a demographic Sanders is struggling with, and one that will remain critical in the largely southern Super Tuesday states.
If you don't sort of reach into a major constituency in the party, it becomes increasingly difficult for you to be able to say that you can unite this party.
Though historically Super Tuesday is key to winnowing the field, some candidates say they're already looking ahead to the next big contest, like Marco Rubio in his home state of Florida and John Kasich in Ohio on March 15th. Both are winner-take-all. Kelly Daschle, Associated Press.
In other Texas news, the Associated Press reports that 4 people are dead after a plane crash near the Navasota airport. The Federal Aviation Administration says that a Cirrus SR-20 plane crashed yesterday morning northwest of Houston. The 4 people have not been identified, but 2 of them are children. In international news, the Associated Press reports that militants attacked an outdoor market yesterday in eastern Baghdad, killing at least 59 people and wounding nearly 100. A bomb ripped through the crowded Ready Market, and minutes later, a suicide bomber blew himself up and the crowd that had gathered at the site of the first bombing. A ministry spokesman said the bombings killed another 38 people and wounded another 62. The attack was the deadliest in a wave of recent explosions that have targeted commercial areas in and outside Baghdad. The commander of military operations in western Baghdad said that the situation is under control and a local curfew has been imposed. Today's weather will be mostly sunny with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 59 degrees. Today's broadcast was produced by Shelby Clayton and Sydney Burns. You can watch Texan TV live on weekdays at 12:30 on Northland Campbell Channel 9 and the channel 2.1 in All Residence Hall. Follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter at www.texannews.net and tune in tomorrow for the latest news from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.